Hello, Anton the Wailing Banshee here, and I'm still working with natural light, so sorry about that. Hopefully, video editor will be able to make the picture look a little bit better. Rocking out my Helsing shirt, or something that looks at least similar to Helsing, because someone probably didn't want to pay the rights, and it doesn't quite look like Alucard to me, but oh well. Anyways, today we have a new horror pack, and I do believe it's the DVD one. I'd show it to you, but I'd show you the box, but all it really says is horror pack and then my address. I did take the time to open it up, so I don't need to have my trusty knife, but it is always by my side. So here it is to prove that. And I opened it up because they always come in a second bag that is sealed, so I can open it up, save a little bit of time, and then open it on, do the unboxing on the video. I am going to try and make this somewhat brief, as it is, even in this nice air-conditioned room that I am in, it is still very hot outside. I'm wearing a black shirt that doesn't breathe particularly well. So let's get to the box and let's see what we got. The first one that we have is, I'm sorry, I'm completely holding that one to myself. We have the special edition of John Carpenter's The Fog. I was taking as much time to read it because it looks like they got, if you can read any of that, whoops, it looks like they got a Canadian version. Nothing wrong with the Canadian version, it plays just as well as anything else. Just means you're going to have the information in English or French. But nothing wrong with that movie. I'm pretty sure I already own it because I'm a big fan of horror movies, especially older ones, and I know I own a copy of The Fog. It's whether or not it's that particular special edition. Though I don't want to have one that has French writing on it, so there's that. I happen to have it. Good movie. Not going to get necessarily mad at them for putting that one in. See, the second movie, the limited edition DVD that they talked about, is called Carl. And I'm sure I'll have more to say about this movie in the second half, of the pricing and more review section. Though I'm guessing low budget horror movie, just because that's where you get a limited edition DVD. Third one, we have a double feature, which would of course also be super if I didn't own it. So we have Pumpkinhead, Ashes to Ashes, and Pumpkinhead 4. You know what? I didn't really mind the later Pumpkinhead movies. Pretty sure Lance Henriksen is actually in some of the... Oh yeah, it's on the top of both of them. He's in both of these. So far I own 2 of them, which is never the best start, but they're DVDs, so the chances of me owning more well-known ones are pretty good. Let's see what the last one is. The Facility, which I do not own, which is good, but it also means, sorry, that I don't know anything else about it. So I will come back after looking up some of these movies and give a sort of little mini review. Alright, I'm back for the second half of the July DVD horror pack for the month. Just to give you a little brief rundown on the movies and the prices that I found them at. Just a little reminder, this pack does cost $19.99, and that does include shipping. So it's not terribly expensive. Though it's always a gamble to see what you're going to get. So the first one that I have is the Pumpkinhead, Ashes to Ashes, and Pumpkinhead 4. Of course, why this one's on the top is because, as I said earlier, I own it, which is also why I didn't open it, and the glare is a little bit worse. So to give a little bit of background on Ashes to Ashes, you have a town mortician who decides that it's going to be a bit cheaper for him to just dump bodies in the swamp instead of disposing of them in the way that the loved ones would prefer that they do. So the townspeople decide that they want to get vengeance, and that vengeance comes in the form of Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead 4 basically the Hatfield. It's basically Hatfield. It's first Hatfields and McCoys. Sorry for the stumble there. Plus Pumpkinhead. Like I said, I've seen both of these movies, and I actually don't think they're that bad. So I will be doing a review of them eventually, as I plan to do reviews of all the movies in the horror packs that I keep saying, but I never actually seem to get around to. But I do have them all separated from the other movies, so I know which movies I do need to look at. So once again, they make the top of the list, not necessarily because they're bad, but because I happen to own them. So basically, I found that you can get that on Amazon for right around $6, and that's probably a steady price. I got mine maybe at Walmart. That was a few years ago. I might have paid $7.50, or might have paid $5. So really, the price has been low on that one for quite some time. So that one definitely looks like one that they could have gotten a deal on. And now the sun's bright, so make it a little bit darker. But on Amazon or on eBay, just doing a general search, didn't type in the lowest with shipping included. I didn't do that search. Just the first ones that popped up tended to be around $9 or $11. So just Amazon $6, really not much of a problem. eBay, it looks like more like $9 to $11, unless you want to do some more serious searching. But I just do like a basic search for just pricing reasons. The Fog, also unopened because I don't own it. Though hopefully the one I own has the green cover, then I could have both the covers, and that would be fun. Basically, it is the 100th anniversary of Antonio Bay. That doesn't quite ring in my brain, but that's how I seem to be reading it. And that's what it seems to say there. Also, on the 100th anniversary of Antonio Bay, a schooner carrying some ghoulish creatures comes to visit with murderous intent, and it's up to our protagonist to figure out why these ghouls are so angry. So, once again, the reason that movie got rated quite so high is because, well, I own it. Actually, I considered bumping this one up to the top spot, not because I don't like it, because I really am a fan of The Fog. Is it John Carpenter's The Fog? It is John Carpenter's The Fog. I almost forgot the John Carpenter's part. He likes to put his name at the beginning of the movies, which is fine. So, I have nothing against John Carpenter's The Fog. I really do like it. The reason that I might have bumped it up to the other spot is because Shout Factory is releasing a bunch of special edition horror Blu-rays, and one of the ones that they released is The Fog. And as someone who has both DVD and Blu-ray, if I were going to purchase another version, or let's pretend I didn't own the version of The Fog, I'd probably want the new one that has more special features, because it really is a good movie. So the DVD really seems to be going for about $8 to $10 on either Amazon or eBay. You might be able to find it just a little bit cheaper on eBay if you do some searching. Or you can get the special edition Blu-ray for, I want to say, $18.99 at the time of this filming, and those go on sale periodically, so you'll probably be able to get it cheaper. So time and patience, and you wouldn't be able to have to spend too much more money to just get the current special edition version of The Fog, which is one that I'll probably pick up at some point. So kind of an odd choice when they just released a Blu-ray. Oh well, if you're getting The Fog for the first time, then it's and you don't have a Blu-ray player, then it's probably a good thing. So we'll just sort of see how everything runs down. The third movie is The Facility. This one I opened up because this one I don't own. And The Facility is about 7 strangers who go in to do a drug test, or go in for, drug testing, and the drug that they're given sort of puts them into a murderous rage. So that could be interesting. I found that you can get this movie on Amazon for $12.60. That's just the price, because Amazon likes to just give you the price. And on eBay, with shipping, you can get it for about $5 to $10. And our 4th movie, the limited edition DVD, Carl. So Carl is a mama's boy. Unfortunately, his mama tells Carl to go and snatch up a Lisa. Sorry for checking my notes over here. And now Lisa's husband, Mike, is hellbent to get her back. So it's sort of a battle between those two to try and get Lisa back. Definitely looks like a low-budget movie. I watched the trailer. It looks interesting. Those are definitely the types of movies that I would expect. And it's one of the reasons that I still get the DVD pack of Horror Pack, even though I own so many horror movies, and they tend to always toss in a couple of bigger name horror movies every month, is because they find things that I haven't heard of and probably wouldn't find on my own. So to price this, I actually did find a place that you can get a DVD-R copy, which I really should know more about. You can get a DVD-R copy of it from Amazon for $18.99, so just round it up to $19.99 for edition purposes. Though it does say that the Horror Pack has a commentary track that has never been released before. So I don't know if that's what makes it part of the limited edition DVD. I'm not sure, but I was able to find a different place where you could get a DVD-R version, which is something that Amazon just does for a lot of things that is not really cost worthy to put out a full release. So I did the edition. On the low end, I got $39, and on the high end, which is basically you're someone who just sort of goes to one place, finds something, pays whatever price you find, doesn't search around. So this has the higher prices of either eBay or Amazon, and just the ones that just popped up. On that one, I got $52.60. So even on the low end, it's a pretty decent value, considering you're only paying $19.99, and that includes shipping. I would definitely put it closer to the 39 region. The 39 value. And if you're not a low budget person, then you pretty much take off 19, and then it's closer to 20, which is what you paid. But if you are, and you're looking for those types of movies, which is the movies that I'm assuming you're going to get whenever they say a limited release, either a Blu-ray or a DVD, it's probably going to be of a lower budget movie with that doesn't have the means for the major distribution like the big releases do. It's nothing bad about these films. It's just whether or not you like them that really determines whether or not these packs, especially the ones that say they have the limited edition ones, are for you. So for me, I got a value of about $25. And I did that because I did that because if I was going to buy these, I wouldn't buy the Fog or the Pumpkinhead one because I own them. So it would be kind of pointless for me. Of course, Horror Pack doesn't have a giant list of all the things that I own, and I don't think they're a big enough company to really be able to work around a list like that. So I'm not going to take anything bad. I'm not going to say anything bad about them for it. It's just if I were personally purchasing it, I'd only have to purchase these 2. And I gave myself the lowest price on eBay because I found that price. So why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I pick up the facility for $6? I found it. Why not? I might even type in, lowest plus shipping. I might even find it a little bit cheaper. I don't know. That's just a search that I like to do. And then this one, it's called Carl, try typing in a name like that and finding a movie. So I did not take the time to find this on eBay to see if anybody put that up there. You type it in, and pretty much any movie that's got someone named Carl in it will probably pop up before it, because this is, a low budget movie and the name doesn't necessarily register in the search engine. So on that one I got the $18.99, which I rounded up to 19 to get my 25. So I still got more than what I paid for, even though I owned half of the movies. It's always interesting to see what they do, and as I've said already in this review, I do plan on reviewing all of the movies that I get in horror packs, so it is a nice little lottery for what will be reviewed. So overall, I did own half the movies, but if I didn't own half of them, I would definitely be happy with the ones that I got on DVD. Possible exception, maybe The Fog, just because they have that new version on Blu-ray that I would have preferred, but you can't have everything. So for a company that's sending out 4 DVDs for $19.99, giving you, basically 4 movies, or I'll do some math in my head, basically giving you 4 movies for $5 a piece, a little bit of a grab bag. Some of them come in right around that range, and others are harder to find. So if you like horror movies, and some of these past months have kind of been like movies that you either wished you had, or were movies that made you go, wow, I want to check that out, then I would definitely suggest getting Horror Pack, because it's always kind of fun to just get 4 random DVDs in the month. I still have my Blu-ray review to do, because I do get both the DVD and the Blu-ray pack, because they said that they will not duplicate DVDs, and I asked them a question, and they said that they would not release something in the Blu-ray pack that they had previously released in the DVD pack. So for someone like me who really likes movies, I got them both. So until next time, which will probably be the Blu-ray pack, because it'll be coming soon, and I tend to be kind of busy recently. So until next time. Sorry about the sun.